That sounds like the name of a movie. Western deserts blow east.
I saw it very late at night
Yeah.
on AMC.
Yul Brynner, I think, was starring in that. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Great soundtrack. Okay, I want to show you the almanac first, and you might be thinking, why would you do this? I just want to tell you a couple things because it'll help you prepare for today. I thought yesterday was a cold day, and it was 57. We're going to be colder than that. We're going to be in the low 50s today. We did get some rain overnight, but you know what? Compared to what we need, it's just a drop in the bucket, literally. And the other thing I want to highlight is this time in March is all over the map for what we typically see. We could be in the 80s this time of year, and we could be waking up with sub-freezing temperatures. So a lot could happen in the month of March. What today will bring us is a cold and cloudy day for sure, but we still have to talk about what's left of this system. A lot of the rain fell overnight. Now we're getting to the more current timestamp right about here, and you can see lingering light snow and a brand new chunk of moisture that's trying to sneak in from far northern California. We're getting rain in Chico, Red Bluff, and Redding at the moment, where the narrowness of the valley really allows anything in the higher elevations to drift over. We'll have to see how that plays out later on this morning because usually it tends to struggle. It's just spread out, but we still could be looking at a late in the morning, afternoon random rain shower in some valley spots before the day is done. If it happens, it won't produce that much rain, but it's a possibility later on. Really, the main impact this morning is the continued light to moderate snow. And for the higher elevations, it's blowing pretty hard and it's still snowing pretty good as well. So that means we have got winter storm conditions until about 5 p.m. later on today. And one other thing about that, it's lower snow than you would expect, down to 3,000 feet, if not a little bit lower. What's difficult about today, and especially this morning, is that we're right in the middle of this area of low pressure. Everything is moving around us, so it makes you think that we're totally done, but we're just not done because we still have the other half of this to move on through, and then we'll start to see clearing skies by tonight. Now, this is what happened overnight. A tenth to a quarter inch of rain was what we were looking at. We pretty much got that. Some places on the east side of the valley, when you start to move up in elevation a little bit, places like Rockland, picked up about 3/10 of an inch of rain so far. And remember, we still could get some more rain before the day is done. One thing that's guaranteed for everybody are cold temperatures. 30s and 40s down low, solid 30s for the foothills and some 20s up high. So if you're waking up this morning before you head out, it is cold. And then we're going to throw in the wind factor. Now, the wind is not going to be enough to damage or break things, but it is enough to make you feel really uncomfortable all day long if you're not prepared for it. Because remember, highs in the low 50s, it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be a little windy later on. Now, once the sun goes down, the wind factor goes away from us, and it's really not going to be a thing after that. So focus on the temperatures and the clouds. It's just going to look and feel like a cold, kind of blustery day, no matter how you cut it. And remember, we still could see a random shower before the day is done. Now, to focus on that, let's fast forward to this afternoon. Notice how spotty it is. It's not zero, but it's very spotty, and a lot of the action is centered on the east side of the valley. That little lift from the mountains and the foothills is enough to squeak out your best chances to see anything. If you're right in the heart of the valley, your odds are really low, but not zero to see a random shower before the day is done. And then once we get to Tuesday, we're all good. Now, we're not done with the rain and snow for the month of March. In fact, once we get to the end of this week, starting Thursday night to Friday, a decent storm starts to show up. This one's a little bit warmer, but we're looking at valley rain and Sierra snow, and then it should wrap up for most of your weekend. Signs of life that there's something after that, but overall, we're just looking at one more storm over the next 10 days. If you're in the foothills, you've asked for a specific forecast for you. You can see it's going to be a cold day, highs in the 40s. That snow line hovering all day right around 3,000 feet, and it's going to be on and off of everything. On and off rain below 3,000 feet, on and off snow above, even some peaks of sunshine. Rest of this week should be dry until Thursday night to Friday. Carly?